But I'll say it. This is bombastic 165th episode of Seddy Bimco.
Seddy Bimco.
And George picked our movie. It's the end of superhero month.
Yeah. And the movie, should I say what the movie is, Tim?
Yeah, we always do. So people can turn off the show right away.
The movie that we watched this week is 1997's Spawn.
Based on a comic book.
Yeah, well, it's superhero, Tim.
And now, for the next reasons you can turn off the podcast.
Yes.
Every week I have an age-old question about revenge.
Yes. At least you're being honest.
We all know the story about the princess and the frog, right? The princess kisses the frog and he becomes a prince.
Yep, and then she gets warts all over her face.
She does.
Yep.
You guessed it.
Wait, is that really? No. I'm like, Tim.
Did this prince, did he ever get revenge on the insurance company for refusing to pay for the medicine needed to treat all the sexually transmitted diseases he got while he was a frog?
Wait. What was he fucking as a frog?
Other frogs, I assume.
Jesus.
It's Seddy Bimco Part 2, The Revenge. The show where we create revenge sequels that nobody wanted.
Seddy Bimco Part 2, The Revenge. The show that asks, should this movie have a revenge sequel or not? No matter the answer, it's going to be funny.
Is it? My host... My host is co-host, New Yorker cartoonist Tim Hamilton. I am cartoonist George O'Connor. I have a question, Tim.
Sure.
If you were to find yourself suddenly transformed by means mystical or otherwise into a frog, do you think that... I feel like that would be instant celibacy for me. I'd be like, well, that's the end of my life as a sexual being. Because I'm still attracted to humans, and I don't think humans should be fucking frogs. And I'm not going to be attracted to frogs. Because I'm not now.
But I think frogs lay eggs and another frog just comes and fertilizes them.
Not only that, Tim, in a way of keeping this all together, I believe when they lay their eggs, it's called spawn.
Yes. Spawning or spawn.
Yes. We are such a good podcast.
You want to go right there? That's fine.
I mean...
No talking about anything?
I mean...
Man, you used to have that segment where like, I'm angry.
Yeah, but you would keep complaining about it and trying to change it behind the scenes.
I left it in.
No.
Except for one.
Which one? What was I angry about that you changed?
Complaining about my joke for 5 minutes. I just remember.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty cranked up that time.
Imagine a hero on the verge of creation. From flesh to steel.
You must visualize your objective.
From blood to blade.
Don't get cocky. We have a lot more to learn.
From man to spawn.
Peekaboo.
Can I read you a few facts about the making of this movie?
Oh, okay. If we are going into it.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got something you want to say. You got something else?
No.
I don't think people listen to us for glimpses into our lives. I think people don't listen to us.
Oh, guess what? 4 weeks ago, go back.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, I'll hype myself.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Tim.
I'm Tim Hamilton. Yeah. This is George O'Connor.
I already said that.
We do cartoons.
Yeah, we do.
You said that?
Yeah.
So, yes, Spawn. Then we can move ahead.
Spawn. All right. I think we should say it like that every time. Yeah, okay.
Spawn.
So,
why, did someone say that like?
No, that's the way my wife mocked me because she says my New York accent comes out a lot when I'm saying Spawn. So I'm trying not to be like a spawn, but it's pretty hard not to say spawn every time. So another behind the scenes peek is there was some half-hearted attempt to get on a guest for this episode who could better frame the cultural importance of Spawn. But I'm going to try my best because we were not able to get anybody. So Spawn is a creation of the cartoonist Todd McFarlane. He's one of the founders of Image Comics. And he is the penciler and writer of several of the best-selling comics of all time. He did Spider-Man #1, not the one back in the 1960s. This was in the 90s, variant cover shit. And
new #1.
Yeah, and Spawn itself is maybe up there pretty high. Spawn #1. He is a interesting figure to me personally, Tim. I wonder how you feel about this. Because as cartoonist, he is someone who has made a very good living for himself. Although he's probably better known really nowadays as a toy maker. He has his own action figure company called McFarlane Toys. They at least currently have the DC Comics license, for instance.
Yes.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot for creator rights. He's done a lot of stuff. Like I said, co-founder of Image Comics. But this is just me personally. This is nothing against him as a person. I don't like his comics at all.
Ooh. Controversial.
Yeah, and honestly, I will say when he was ascendant in the early 90s, his style of comics, actually the popularity of them and the way that other publishers were kind of creating a style, and this also goes for the other Image founders, it actually made me stop reading comics for years.
So that made you stop reading comics?
Yeah, I mean, at least superhero comics completely for like, I'd say there's like a good 3-year chunk in the 90s where I had been a longtime fan. I wanted to do comics as a living, and part of it was predicated by the fact that the comics industry as a whole cratered around that time, but also it was the stuff that was being made. Like I don't like Todd McFarlane's artwork like at all. I can appreciate what people see in it, but it's just not my cup of tea. I was curious where you fell on this.
Oh, I was not reading that at all. I didn't care about it. I was reading Concrete and Love and Rockets. And
Concrete by Paul Chadwick, Love and Rockets by the Hernandez brothers. I still read, that was what I was still reading in the 90s. I still was reading Love and Rockets.
The Image comics we're talking about, if people don't know comics, it was kind of the perfect storm for young teenage kids, and a whole bunch of artists left Marvel, made their own company, and they just did their own thing, and it was super popular.
Yeah, and like it was Image, at least early Image was, I mean, it's creator owned, which is great. But it was, as its name hinted, it was the image of the comics. The stories tended to be viewed as being poorly written. Now, I've only read a handful of Spawn comics. It's over 300 issues have been published now. But I've only maybe read 3 or 4, and I think those are all ones that were written by guest writers. During the 90s.
How many did Todd McFarlane even write? Do you think? Do you know? He didn't write 300 of them.
No, he definitely doesn't still do it anymore, right? That's a good question. This is why we needed a guest host on this one, because I wanted someone to like be more supportive of the whole Todd McFarlane experience. I read the one that was written by what's his face, the guy who writes Cerberus. I read the one written by Neil Gaiman. I read the one by Alan Moore. I read all the ones written by high-profile guest people, but like
I've never read one. I've never read one.
So here's my theory, Tim.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Back when it came out, somebody gave me one and said, "Here, it's Spawn, issue 2, I think." And sorry, Todd, I couldn't get through it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. As I watched this movie, though, I was like, yeah, there was a kid and a dog. I think I remember images.
That's why, again, I wanted somebody who knew the comics better, because I think this may be the most comic accurate movie ever made. I feel like this is I feel like this is probably, at least chunks are lifted verbatim from the comic. The little bits I know, like a lot of this seems very similar, but then some other parts I'm like, that can't possibly be. Like, I don't know. Should we get into it?
Yeah, all right. We're into it.
All right. Well, okay. So here.
I do want to mention it came out in 1997, 20 years after Star Wars.
Oh, God.
I thought you could get away with that. Yeah, this is the year that Princess Diana died.
It is?
This is the year that Dolly the sheep was cloned.
Do you think there's a connection there?
Yes.
Do you think
so.
they put Princess Di's brain in Dolly the sheep's body? Take that part out. I want to save that for a story I'm going to write. Because the Queen of England hates sheep. Everybody knows that.
I know. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add about your weird?
Just that Martin Sheen's in this. Like, he was in Apocalypse Now, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Wow. I actually listened to a little documentary about why that's in there, but I can tell you why.
Yeah.
So, all right. As part of the background history, because I think it's interesting. Because like Spawn was huge for a moment there in the 90s. He certainly has his importance in comic book history, especially because he's a long-running independent character. But I feel like he's definitely not as big a character anymore as he used to be. When his book launched and sold, the issue #1 of Spawn sold over 1 million copies, right? Columbia Pictures showed interest in making a film adaptation of Spawn back when it was launched way back in 92. So the property is only about 5 years old by the time this movie comes out. And negotiations fell through because Todd McFarlane felt like the studio was not giving him enough creative control. So eventually he meets with New Line Cinema, where he sold the film rights for $1 in exchange for creative input and merchandising rights.
And just like George Lucas did with keep the toy rights, right?
Which
thinking the same thing.
I think also worked out well for him because he has that toy company.
Yep.
And also, can you play the current currency kerner?
George's current currency kerner.
Tim, do you want to guess what $1 in 1992 had the spending power of today?
$10.
$500 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was doing it in comic book money again. And for him, it was worth that much.
So the movie stars an actor named Michael Jai White, who I know from being a comic book nerd, like because he was in this movie. I'm not sure what else he's done. I feel like he's been in like Universal Soldier and stuff. But like, just being a person who was in the comic scene, you'd always hear Michael Jai White mention like Al and like Wizard comics and stuff. He plays Al Simmons, a.k.a. Spawn. Worth noting, just to get this out of the way, Spawn is black. And apparently, from what it says, this is the first ever movie to feature first ever superhero movie to feature a black lead. Which, like, hey, that's pretty cool.
I did read that in this movie, his best friend, Spawn's best friend, is white.
Yeah.
And I read that he's black in the comics, but they wanted it not to be too black centric.
That was like one of the few changes, apparently. Also, weirdly, did you read, Tim? Like, all these people are named after actual friends of Todd McFarlane.
You mean the characters?
Yeah, he knows an Al Simmons. He knows a Terry Fitzgerald. That's his best friend.
What? Which friend is named Violator?
Rob Liefeld's. That's his nickname. Todd McFarlane's wife, or at least his wife at the time, I don't know if they're still together, but I assume they are, is named Wanda, just like Al's wife. So there's a weird that's weird. Have your best friend married to your wife after you, I don't know. And I think his daughter is named Cyan, too. So it's like he just...
Who's Jessica Priest, I wonder?
Well, let me tell you, Tim. Jessica Priest is a last-minute... She was added to the movie because in the original comics, the murderer of Spawn was a Rob Liefeld character named...
I think I read that. Yeah.
Chapel, who's a dude.
Gotcha.
Also, because the studio was apparently worried about black people. Chapel's black, so...
Wow.
Yeah. So they replaced her with a white lady with boobs.
How we doing, a friend who wouldn't come on the show? We're figuring out all this Spawn stuff.
I want to read you some more quotes, Tim. Michael Jai White found Al Simmons' character appealing. He described Spawn as, quote, the most tragic character I've encountered in any cinematic production.
Whoa.
Yeah, which that's pretty...
Even Elephant Man?
Even Elephant Man, even Rushmore... that poor
even
kid.
Darth Vader after he got his body legs cut off and everything.
Yeah. But, the next quote he goes, of course, I've never actually seen a movie. What are they? That was the full quote by Michael Jai White.
Did you find the one positive review I found?
No.
It's by Roger Ebert.
Oh, I did see. Roger Ebert called like a visual experience.
Yeah, I gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars.
Wow.
It says the film's plot was sappy and a little more than a setup for some of the most innovative effects. What was he seeing of the era? Spawn verged on surrealistic art film.
I will say, so the digital effects in this movie look terrible, but I feel like the makeup looks pretty good. Like that holds up well.
That was okay.
John Leguizamo plays a character called Clown. It took him 8 hours to put the makeup on every day, but they eventually got it down to 4 hours.
I read that.
It left him covered with bruises, calluses, and open sores over his face and neck.
Did you read that his legs he was walking on his knees?
No. I did read this, Tim. He compared the situation of the costume to wearing a full body condom.
Yep.
That's gross.
I just said he was walking on his knees. Yeah. That's what you do
when you're wearing a condom. If you're unwanted glimpse into Tim Hamilton's private life, right there, everybody. And my last bit I'll share about this making of aspect. Michael Jai White is on credit as being not a fan of the film, and here's the quote: "There is no footage of me ever saying that I like Spawn. I've never said that I thought that was a good movie."
I did read that.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Oh, and finally, supposedly it's being rebooted with Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner, but apparently that's a vicious lie. So here's something that sucks, Tim.
I've read they've been trying to make the sequel forever. Yeah. Forever, just every year.
Well, now it's going to be a reboot, I guess, because like everyone associated this is like old.
Yep. That dog in the movie?
Dead. The dog is so dead. this is another sad thing. If you were a listener of the show and you listen along with us, I regret to inform you, at the time I chose this movie, this was available for watching for free on Tubi. It disappeared. I had to motherfucking rent this movie.
Me too. $3, I think.
I only paid $1.74 because it was on sale. Tim, can you start the current currency kerner?
George's current
All right,
currency.
$1.74. Let's say hypothetically I spent that in 1997. What would that be? Have the spending power of today? $1.74.
$6.
$3.49. And that has been your second and final installment of George's current currency kerner.
I'm always wrong.
You've gotten close like 3 times.
So this movie.
Yeah.
This movie had no sense of rhythm. It was just like, bam, this guy's mercenary. Bam, this guy got betrayed. Bam, this guy's dead. Bam, this guy's Spawn.
Yeah,
it just was unending.
They were clearly eager to get to the quote unquote good bits.
They had RoboCop. They should just copied it. They show us a man who enjoys his life, and then he gets turned into a monster. I mean,
oh my God, you're right. This
right
movie is essentially RoboCop.
The blueprint.
Yeah.
You got to know his wife. In this movie, his wife is just like, make sure he's home for dinner on time tonight and tomorrow. That's all we know about their relationship. That's it.
They literally don't even have a real scene together in the movie as it stands.
No.
When she says that, it's because it opens with like this like.
Why is it because? I tried to have a list, but I couldn't do it.
I mean, do you want to know the real reason? There's apparently a director's cut that has all these scenes. But they wanted the people who directed the movie. Oh, I didn't say that. His name is hold on, Mark A.Z. Dippe.
Did you see what else he did?
Marmaduke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always comes back to newspaper strips.
The director of Marmaduke did Spawn. Apparently, yeah. So like. There is a director's cut. I watched a thing. I'll actually tell you at the end of the movie the difference between the director cut and this. It opens with this 90s edgelord description of the war between Hades, they call it, inexplicably, not hell, and heaven. And they introduce this, I don't know. My desktop at this point crashes playing this movie. So I had to watch on my laptop, which was really annoying because I was watching on fucking Amazon Prime. Screw you, Amazon. They have something that's called X-ray where it tells you stupid facts. And it wouldn't turn off. And I blew like another 15 minutes on self-help things. Like, how do you turn off X-ray? Turns out on a laptop, you can't. Because they think people are such trained little monkeys that they'll sit there watching their shitty $1.74 rented copies of Spawn and hearing factoids like Michael J. White is not using real Mac 10s in this scene. The guy who's playing Spawn doesn't have real machine guns as he's shooting people. Who knew?
For kids, George.
God damn it! And you couldn't turn off. So I finally had to like move it over to the side so I couldn't see it. Yeah. This sucked. So the movie opens up.
Did it tell you that John Leguizamo was walking on his knees?
No, I was able to cover it over after this first scene. The first scene, which is a guy who turns out to be Al Simmons, played by Michael J. White, just shoot up an Air Force base, just killing all these people. We don't know what's going on. So he shoots up an Air Force base, blows up some shit. I don't know.
And just in general, cinematography, I said right away, was this made for TV? I'm pretty sure it was at the movies. It's just the lighting is like a TV.
It's real flat.
Ooh, that's the word, flat.
Yeah, it's the guy.
You're good with words, George.
Thanks, I'm a writer. It's the guy Grippe, whatever the fuck. Wow, I can't remember his name. Mark A.Z. Dippe. It was his first movie, but he was a special effects guy, which an interview I watched with Michael J. White, therein lies the problem. Because he said, we filmed scenes. We were trying to establish Al and Wanda, his wife's loving relationship. Yes. You see clips of it over credits, but you don't see any scenes. The one scene Tim mentioned where she's like, make sure he gets back for dinner. That's what Wanda says to his best friend, Terry, when she's leaving in a car. There's literally, as the movie is, there's not a scene of Al and Wanda together. His whole reason for wanting to come back from the dead, because spoilers, he gets killed.
Do they have the cutout scenes where she's just at home eating crackers in bed? Damn it.
And he's like, if you don't stop eating crackers in bed, I'm going to go to hell and come back with powers involving chains, maybe. And she says, oh, Al, you so silly. Yeah.
And then they adopted a dog.
Yep. The dog's name was Spaz.
Spaz.
Yeah, which I immediately picked up over the incredibly long credits. A guy named Steven Spaz Williams did the special effects, so I assume the dog is named after him. Oh. And I assume he's also a dog.
So not Todd's friend.
Yeah. So Dog did the special effects. Nickel Williamson is in this. Do you know Nickel Williamson, Tim?
No.
He played Merlin in Excalibur.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like a real actor. If you've ever seen Return to Oz, one of my favorite movies, he plays the Gnome King. He's fucking great. And the fact that he plays some dude named Cogliostro in this, just giving like expedition talkovers. Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, buddy.
He's talking about a man who glows green and kind of shows up and watches what's going on.
Yep. He's
kind of like he's Gandalf of this movie.
I guess.
Right?
I think he's like an old Spawn. And like, but I don't know. He's like,
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the news then, and we learn in Algeria, the target was killed along with 20 fucking citizens. So I'm like, okay, Al, you monster.
Yeah.
And then we introduce Martin Sheen, Apocalypse Now zone. He's talking about
Uncle Ben too, George.
You're right. He's Uncle Ben in those other Spider-Man movies that are really bad. Wait, Tim, sidebar. Is Martin Sheen a bad actor?
Hey, come on. He won awards for West Wing.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, that's weird.
But he had a heart attack in Apocalypse Now, so maybe he wasn't acting. So.
Is that true? Did he really have a
you
heart
knew
attack?
that? Oh, yeah. No. They had to shut down filming. He had a heart attack on set.
What? He's like young in that movie, too.
I know.
When I think of the movie, I think of the scene in the beginning where he's just drunk in like, I think it's Saigon. And he's just
that's where he had the heart attack.
Just falling around and stuff. That may.
That's when he had it. Yeah.
So we see Martin Sheen, and he's talking about Simmons to this guy who's in shadow, but is clearly the clown. Who I wrote, they're wisely keeping me shadow because it's pretty hard to take a big businessy, serious bad guy serious while he's talking to like a I don't know, a 4 foot tall, morbidly obese clown played by John Leguizamo. And the clown's like, "We want Simmons as a soldier." And he's like, "Okay, I'll help you do that. I'm Martin Sheen."
And Martin Sheen has an ashtray with scorpions in it. I was like, that's interesting.
Where did that go? There's like
nowhere.
I thought there was going to be a whole thing.
Maybe it's a metaphor that Martin Sheen, you get a ride on his back.
And oh man, Tim,
you know what will happen to you.
How many times have you mentioned that Aesop's Fable? It's like one of 6 things you know.
It's been a year. It's been a year.
It's just weird.
But now it's with Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
Anyway.
Did we mention he's playing a guy named Jason Wynn?
No.
He's Jason Wynn. Yeah.
Winning. Just like his son. Winning.
But spelled Wynn like the casino in Vegas.
But do you get that connection? His son winning.
Yeah, his son, Emilio Estevez. He won.
He got in trouble.
Emilio Estevez won when he was starred in the movie Mighty Ducks. You're right. His team eventually won.
No, he did a lot of drugs and got kicked off the set.
Emilio Estevez didn't do drugs.
Wait. Well, who's the other Sheen who did 2.5 Men and they fired him? He did a lot of drugs.
I think you're talking about John Cryer.
No. All right. We'll move along.
Tim, I'm fucking with you. You're talking Charlie Sheen.
His son, right?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen. Yes, we get it, Tim. I was playing
when they interviewed him. Yep. Oh, okay.
He said,
he said winning.
Everybody got this incredibly old and dated reference. Yes. No, Mighty Ducks is Emilio Estevez. Take his name out of your mouth.
So
Terry Fitzgerald, in this movie a white guy, in the comics a black guy, but in real life a friend of Todd McFarlane, is meeting Al at his house, and he sees Wanda. There's that scene where she's like, "Make sure he's home for dinner." He's like, "Okay," because you love your husband. You don't even see him goodbye as you drive away. And Al is all sad. Al's like, "I killed 26 people." And Terry's like, "It's a Jason Wynn special." He's like, "What do you mean? Have you noticed a lot of his ops go south?" And I'm like, what is Jason Wynn?
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out what his role was?
I know what he's trying to do, but I don't know what his role was.
Like, what is he? He seems to be a military head guy, but it turns out he's making something that is meant to rival the United Nations called this consortium.
Well, he's making a virus that only he has the cure to.
That's skipping ahead. That's his. Yeah. Well, okay.
That's the plot. That's his plot all along.
So
let's talk about the movie broadly.
Al walks into Wynn's office. We don't know what Wynn is. I looked up. Wynn is apparently a senator, I guess, for the U.S., and he heads up some group called like something that's not the CIA, but it's supposed to be like the CIA. Yeah. And Al wants to quit because he's sad that he killed all those innocent people. And
this is the first time Al knew he did this? Because he seems like this is his job.
He's literally... I think you were supposed to believe he's done this a lot because the way Fitzgerald goes, have you noticed Wynn's jobs tend to have this happen? So I think basically every time Al does a Wynn job, he ends up killing millions of innocent people.
Okay.
And so Al's in his office there, and he goes, "You want someone filling?" Wait, that's not his voice. Let me do it. "You want someone filling body bags? Send Priest." And then she steps out of the shadow. She's like, "This is Jessica Priest,"
and she has a tarantula.
Yep,
so
and she has a tarantula
insect motif. That disappears.
I wrote hot assassin lady who plays the tarantulas. And so Al's like, "I'll quit. You could send her, and she's a psycho." And Martin Sheen is like, "We have one last mission. There's a biological weapons plant in North Korea, in a North Korean plant." And he's like, "You take care of it." And this is like, all right, this is such a minor thing. But there's something so childish and adolescent about the idea of sending in one soldier to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even Captain America, like in the Winter Soldier, he's got a whole backup team. Like in this universe, they just sent in this one soldier. Like what? I don't know. Like anyway.
Yeah, he should have a team.
Yeah,
I agree.
He should. But I think this movie. List.
Well, it's a trap, and that's
Because he does this commando shit. He sees these bodies already knocked out. He finds a bomb. He goes, "What's going on here?" Inexplicably, Martin Sheen is there. I'm like, really?
Yep.
You're going to have I guess he's a U.S. citizen fly to like senator, fly to North Korea, be there with a bunch of dead bodies. Al goes to shoot him, but Priest shoots him instead. And then she sprays this green shit all over him.
Yeah.
And she says, "Looks like I'm up for a promotion." And then they set him on fire. Well, Wynn throws a cigar in him and he burns because he's a manly man. Did you notice he doesn't scream once?
Nope, I did not notice.
I did, because I'm like...
I was wondering how Martin Sheen snuck that cigar into North Korea. That was the hard thing.
That is a good question. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then he blows up, and he yells, "Wanda!" Wait, he being Spawn. Being Al, because he's not Spawn yet. And we see as he flies to hell. And oh, boy. We don't see a lot of hell yet.
Is it ever explained why he's the one that goes to hell? I never understood.
Actually.
It's just fate? He's the next guy who this Callisto guy
He goes
is?
to hell because he's killed hundreds of innocent people.
Oh, but they seem to want him.
At the beginning, the clown is because he's killed so many people. We need a good soldier to head up our troops.
Okay.
So because he's so good that they sent him into North Korea just by himself, he's that sort of soldier.
So
he's already a doomed guy. So they're like, they just want him now.
So he does go to hell, which, oh man,
we don't see a lot of hell yet, but rest assured we will see way too much of hell.
Yeah, it's like a video game.
It looks
like a video game.
It's like, and I do want to say, if somehow you were the people who created this, like I understand that you were doing innovative stuff for the time. Like I've said up front, like the physical effects in this movie, like the costumes for Spawn and Violator and Clown all look really good. The graphics are among some of the worst I've ever seen. The graphics are like 2012's Bigfoot level. Like, right?
Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah.
They could have been creative and let it be in the desert. I don't know. I don't know. It's cheaper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is what Michael Jai White talks about. He was talking about in interviews. Like, I saw an earlier version of this. There was only like 77 special effects. But you have to understand the director and his partners all came out of ILM. They were using this very much as their card to start their own graphics division. According to what I read on Wikipedia, which I can't believe is true, Industrial Light and Magic did most of these effects, but I'm like, no, they didn't.
Ooh. I thought someone that left there did it. I thought
yeah,
that's
well, they did. Like the director and two of the other people, Spaz Williams, they all left ILM, but apparently because there was a crunch of time, ILM did some of this shit. I don't know.
Oh, that's a fact I read. They delivered a lot of the special effects 2 weeks before the movie.
2 weeks before the movie's done, yeah. Yes. Which I guess that happens a lot.
Before it released.
Yeah. I think that happens a lot back in the day.
Hey, George and I worked on a TV special with other people. Remember that? And we were doing artwork till the day before it aired.
God,
I 2100. Remember that?
Yeah.
We can't say it?
No. We just want people to...
Are you serious?
No, of course we can say it. I don't want people to know those parts of my life.
We all worked on it, though. It looked great. Other people animated it.
You're right. And I think it's pretty... I was just watching a documentary on the making of Superman, the motion picture.
Ooh.
And Tim, some of the special effects for that were were delivered days before the movie went out.
Wow.
And that thing had prints, like they had like hundreds of prints. Like that thing was like Star Wars level rollout. So I think it's actually a Hollywood thing to keep working until the last second. So we don't see much of Hell yet. We see instead Al fall.
George?
List?
I saw a documentary about the making of the Zapruder film.
Oh.
That thing, that wasn't done until a day before it went to the lab. Anyway. Flashback. I haven't mentioned that in a while.
Yeah, thank goodness. So Al flies into this grimy alleyway. He's all burnt now.
And do you know where this place was? This seemed like some other place. It was like a dark part of town with a church. And I wasn't sure. Is this Earth?
I didn't realize it was supposed to be Earth. Like, Nickel Williamson's character comes out. Some little kid keeps coming going, hey, thirsty? You thirsty? Zach, okay.
His name is Zach.
Okay, Nickel Williamson, a.k.a. Cogliostro, comes out and greets him, and he says, this is Rat City, a holy place.
And Zach says he wasn't upset about his ugly face because his dad used to work at a morgue. Did you hear that line? That is what Zach says.
Okay.
It's like, your face doesn't bother me. I've seen lots worse because my dad worked in a morgue. And I'm like, well, why is your dad showing you all the dead faces?
We meet his dad later, and he's not a good person. So maybe he just goes, hey, kid, look at this.
That's what I'm saying. Why was he showing your kid all the dead faces in the morgue? I got a couple that he saw.
Okay, let's hear it.
George.
All right. Let's see. Wait, can I guess beforehand? John F. Kennedy.
Sure.
No.
Is that funny?
Pete Best.
No.
All right, let's hear it.
Funny?
Go. Yes. I mean, Tim.
Faces of Death, Volume 2.
Mm-hmm. Wait, that's a corpse in the morgue?
Yes.
It's a video cassette, Tim.
Gary Busey, that time he almost died. They thought he died in a motorcycle accident.
Yikes. Okay.
But they scooped his head back into his
For
skull.
listeners who
That's
are...
true.
Yeah, that's true, but like nobody knows who Gary Busey is anymore.
They do. Also, Michael Jackson's face from 1984. That was in there. Not the face in 1997.
We do learn a little bit. Spawn. 5 years have passed since Spawn was killed. Al was killed in North Korea
With voiceover again. This has so much voiceover.
It's in a voiceover.
Right away, I was like,
because the story was not making this clear. and it's funny because they tell us in the voiceover, but Al himself, the character, doesn't realize this yet, which is kind of fucked that they do it. And
they could have surprised us. They could have shown the date.
Just had, they had no faith in us as filmgoers to understand what was happening in this movie. So Al returned, even though he's all burnt and he landed in Hoboville or Rat City, whatever it's called. He goes to his house and he finds that Wanda has remarried. Wanda's married to Terry.
How does he go to his house again? I don't know where this church is. Did you see how he got to his house?
That's a great question. Like like you said, when he lands in the alleyway, you were right in saying like we're not even sure this is Earth. This could have been a metaphysical realm. And I guess Spawn is one of those movies or comics that just takes place in like the city, and it's not a specific city. It's not like, New York, or it's not like a fictional city like Gotham or Metropolis. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, don't worry about it, okay? There's a city, everything. We've seen a lot of movies where there's like only like 3 sets,
Right.
So somehow,
12 people.
Even though he's this crispy critter, and everybody keeps calling him crispy and stuff, they're very not nice to this poor burned man.
They call him barbecue.
They call him barbecue. They call him crunchy, crispy critter. Yeah. He finds that Terry is married to Wanda. His best friend is married to his Wanda. He has Spaz is still there, luckily the dog, but Wanda and Terry have a kid named Cyan. And
now wait, is this supposed to be Al's baby?
From what I looked up
before he died?
No, I mean maybe that something was revealed. I would be stunned if in the comic it wasn't eventually realized that. But from what I've read in the synopses I read of this movie to make sense of this is Terry's kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can tell genetically because she doesn't look crispy. Yeah. And there's her birthday parties going on, and they have hired John Leguizamo as the clown, and I think it's supposed to be a surprise. Now, if you've ever seen somebody in the 90s wearing a T-shirt, you've probably seen a picture of this clown. He's like this fat, weird-looking guy with like a blue makeup on his face. He looks more like a John Wayne Gacy clown at this part, but he's still like you would never let this person near your kids.
No,
the second I'm like he looks like a nightmare.
And he's talking about all the other clowns. He hates Bozo and
just being and man. Okay,
He's the only slightly entertaining part of the movie. It's not great.
I want to come at you for
only
this.
Slightly. Well, because of every comment he makes is terrible.
He's
it's
definitely
awful.
bringing a performance, but I found this character to be beyond irritating.
I mean, he was.
I was like, and it's what sometimes you're watching a movie and you see like they're like he's bringing his all. Like I said, the costume looks great. He's doing a good job with it, especially learning the works on his knees, which is insane. Yeah. But man, holy shit, did this character suck? Like he's not nearly as amusing as they thought he was. Like I know as they made it to like people are gonna love Clown. No, Clown sucks.
He's probably competing with in his head Joker from Batman, Mr.
He got Mr. Everybody. Tim
Nicholson.
Hamilton, man of
Jack
one name.
Nicholson.
You got it. All right.
That was what he was thinking, I think.
So Spawn is
right?
Yes, I think you're right. I think he was like,
because at one point he says, "You want to get nuts?" Oh wait, Bruce says that. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
At one point he says, "Never rub another man's rhubarb."
Yep. Good, right? Tim. Yep. Al's hanging around.
And when
all
they
burnt
see a
out.
painting of the Scream on the wall, he says, "No, not this one.
Not this one."
Wow,
I
like this.
You know, you really managed to choose some pretty relatively obscure quotes from Batman.
Come on, those are the big quotes.
How about "This town needs an enema"? Or "You ever dance with the devil?" Like the lines people actually know. No, you made a weird reference to the Scream.
Because I took art history, man.
Yeah, you did. New Yorker cartoonist Tim Hamilton. Yeah, and I know what people know though. So Al's hanging around looking like a burnt hobo, and his daughter, or not his daughter, I guess Wanda's daughter, tries to give him candy. Wanda's like, "Terry, help!" And like Terry runs over and is like, "What are you doing in our backyard, you weird burnt guy?" And
he
then
tries to grab her ankle, which that's not helpful.
Nope. And then the Clown comes over, and he's acting like a creepy child molester sort of guy. And so Clown and Spawn get kicked out of the party.
Yeah.
And then
I say, good call.
Yeah, I mean,
why'd you wait so long?
Why? I mean, that party was already ruined with the second.
You came to that party and saw that Clown.
You're looking at lawsuits from the other parents that brought their kids. Yeah, I would walk in, see that Clown, and be like, "Yeah, immediately go back in my car and go home." And I'd be like, "You're not allowed to talk to Cyan anymore. She's bad, and she attracts bad clowns." I wrote here after some "I love you forever" montages. So I guess this is where we see some of the scenes where they had apparently filmed with Michael J. White and the actress who plays Wanda, like actually interacting with each other. But like the director was like, "Fuck that. We want more hell scenes later." So we just get some montages of them like.
Because doesn't he and the Clown go back to hell? That's what I have here.
They go back to the alley, actually.
Oh, I mean to the alley. Yeah, because that's when the Clown. This did annoy me because I don't know. It's not funny. He ripped his underwear out of his pants and shows him the stains on his underwear.
Yeah, it's got a big skid mark on it.
That was
He also farts, and there's like literally a big computer black cloud that comes out. Yeah,
he's basically doing Seddy Bimco jokes. I was like, come on, here's my stained underpants. Here's my farts.
And then we learn a little bit stuff. This is where Al learns it's been 5 years, I guess, because he didn't put it together with everything that happened before.
He didn't use George's currency Kerner and be like, "Whoa, everything's so expensive now." It must be 5 years later.
See, I'm the only unique and original part of the show. My current currency. That's why people turn in listening.
Yes.
So we learned that Al has spent 5 years in hell. We see a little bit more cheap CGI hell. He agreed to lead the forces of a devil-type character called the Malabolgia and to kill Wynn in order to get back Wanda's love. But now, ironically, because it's been 5 years, Wanda's remarried, and also he's horribly disfigured, so she doesn't even know it's him.
Yes.
And
George.
So, yes.
I did want to say, this Clown, I've already said it. His real name is the Violator, or he turns into a creature called the Violator.
Like
he doesn't
demon,
have two names, does he?
Everything I read, it's the same guy, but when he is the Clown, he's just called Clown, and when he's the demon, he's called Violator.
So I just wonder what Todd was thinking with the toy stuff. I guess it sold like hotcakes, but I don't know. Would you name a toy called Violator? Would parents be
well
wondering about that toy?
The thing, as an avid collector of action figures, I know much more about Spawn from its presence on toy shelves than I did as a comic.
Yeah.
And I remember the big thing about McFarlane toys is they came at a time when like they were like one of the first companies to be like, kids, we're not making comics for kids.
They made the cool action figures?
It was for adults. I remember this clown action figure. He had like one hand up in the air, and you would pull the hand down, and his head would flip into the Violator's head.
Oh,
so you have like no, of course not. But it was in stores forever. And then the Violator toy was called the Violator, and he was like a bendy toy, if I recall correctly.
He really missed out if he didn't make a toilet paper holder where you pull the toilet paper out of the back of his pants.
If you're listening to us, Todd McFarlane, yeah, like and it comes out already
Todd.
dirty. It already comes out dirty.
Yeah, it comes out already dirty. Well, George, Todd.
List.
Yeah, Todd had some other names for this toy before he settled on just Violator.
Yikes. Let's see if this gets us canceled, everybody.
He thought of the Chatfield G-Spot Violator. And he thought that didn't work. And he thought...
The what?
Chatfield G-Spot Violator.
I don't get that. What's Chatfield?
It's the brand name, I think.
Oh, Tim just revealed knowledge of his intimate toys.
But it sounds cool. The silicone anal bead violator. Mm-hmm. The bedtime bullet violator.
Yikes! This makes me feel bad for producer Mrs. Lee.
Parking violation.
Nice.
Voltron. And
wait, no, Tim, did you lose control of the pronunciation there? Were you trying to do Voltron later, maybe, or no? Just Voltron.
No,
okay,
just Voltron.
Okay, and then he'll form the head.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Last one, French Tickler.
Nice.
There you go.
I did realize as I was doing research up to last moment that Violator is one of 7 demonic brothers known as the Fleabiac brothers, and they all have names starting from the comic. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And they all have names with V. So
I thought it was going to be Greek mythology. George is like, yeah, the 7.
I'm betting that Todd McFarlane does not know much about Greek mythology. Todd McFarlane, if you're listening, you disagree with us, please write into us at Seddy Bimco at the end of gmail.com.
It's too bad our friend didn't come on the show to help us. We'd probably tell us what Todd
I think he would no longer be our friend if he was on. There is a great line here. I just have to. This is an example of the script and how the script is not great. The whole time, John William Leguizamo, the clown, is being the most obnoxious character in film history. Just irritating beyond belief. There's this practically a montage of him slapping Al in the back over and over again, and Al yells, "Get away from me, you foul-smelling maggot!" Yes. And I'm like, Tim, no lie, I paused the movie. I'm like, come on, I don't want to be a dick here, but scriptwriter, maybe that was even a direct line from Spawn Comics, and I would bet money it was. You got to realize there's no actor alive who could deliver that line and not have it sound like the most stilted, ridiculous thing. Nope. And Michael J. White, I feel for you having to say that line, especially while swathed head to toe in burn makeup. Good Lord.
Oh, and how many times did he have to do that?
I heard that this movie was actually ghost directed by Kubrick. So there was hundreds of takes for every scene. All right. So Clown and Al go to a cemetery where there's this shitty satanic ceremony happening. I don't know what that's about.
30-year-old kids doing something. Yeah. And did you notice they're doing something on a tombstone? And did you notice the tombstone wiggling?
No. Yes, and not because it was coming up from it, because the tombstone was made of styrofoam. Yeah, nice.
Yes.
All right. And I thought that was gonna be something. I guess they're there to get beat up later. I don't know. But Al digs up his own body. And then it becomes I don't get this. It becomes a weird CGI skeleton and crawls in him. And he
didn't
pulls
get that
out.
Either. That was his grave, but why was his skeleton trying to come out?
Okay, so up until this point, right? This is my conjecture. He doesn't have the Spawn costume. If you've ever seen Spawn, he kind of looks like Spider-Man wearing a cape. And up until this point, he's been a burnt guy. Yeah, he's like Spider-Man wearing. Actually, no, I'm going to say he's Spider-Man wearing Doctor Strange's cape.
Okay.
With Batman's wrinkliness of the cape. Yeah. And up until this point, he's just been this burnt dude who's literally dressed just wearing a hoodie and shit. He gets his costume and they call it, I think I wrote it down. Shit. I didn't. There's some word for it. And,
no, we'll never know.
But it's a physically, I think his old body becomes his costume.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
He calls it his many-colored cloak of multicolored cloak.
His Technicolor dream coat.
Yes, his Technicolor
Tim,
dream coat.
I love how the way your brain like kind of like it.
I got there with your help.
No, yeah, it kind of remembers something and like points you in general direction. You're like, yeah, Mister, and then like you rely on the people around you to fill in the blanks. Yes, he is Joseph.
I did that for the first time when I took driver's ed, and they asked us a quiz out loud of things, and when your car skids on water, it's called hydroplaning.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me that, and my brain said aquaplaning.
And did everyone pull over and laugh at you?
Well, you got it. Yeah. No, this is in the classroom. But he's like, I could tell he's like, yeah, that's water. Okay. So not what it's called. It's hydroplaning.
Would you have had more respect if he said, are you trying to tell me that Aquaman is the same thing as Hydro-Man? Yes, right. Because one of them is a super villain who fights Spider-Man. And the other is the King of Atlantis.
That's probably what happened to my head. My favorite character, Aquaman.
He gets
those kids at the cemetery, by the way.
Yeah,
I did look it up. They were trying to put a hex on Lilith Fair.
Wow, 90s, yes.
So anyway,
Lilith Fair was a female-centric music festival that was
which isn't around. I wish it still was. I mean, come on, what happened?
Yeah. This is the only important part to mention. He gets a locket of him and Wanda from the corpse. He yells no, just like Darth Vader. Him and Clown, I don't know. They fight the kids. The clowns.
What happened? You lost track of this.
I mean, it's just pointless.
Where am I?
I remember the clown says the R word, which was kind of, I wrote that down.
Oh, he does say that.
Yeah,
it was okay back then, George.
It was okay. It was actually encouraged. Like, you know, they would say like, well, you know, this movie we'll give you a PG-13, but only if you drop an R bomb in there. And they're like, done and done. Spawn puts the locket in his chest. The clown eats maggoty pizza, and he goes, yuck, I hate anchovies.
Yep.
And then Spawn shoots green rays of garbage pails, and he says this great line, this green stuff is going to come in handy when I get my revenge on Wynn.
Yes.
And I think I left the room for a little bit at that point.
Well, they do have Spawn sneaks in to see his wife give a speech in the auditorium. Did you see that part?
I think that's like way later, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Is this after Spawn breaks through a window to attack Wynn? Isn't that next?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, the only thing
doesn't matter.
The only thing that's important is Cagliostro reveals he was an assassin for like 1,000 years ago in the Saxony Kingdom or something. I don't know. And
I still don't know what that means. I have to assume that Spawn, Al, was chosen by fate if he's taken over for this guy. I don't know. Why was he picked? There's worse people than him to lead
the way it's explained in the beginning is he's definitely a bad dude, so he's going to hell regardless. And they kind of killed him off earlier so he'd be there, but it's because he's such an awesome fighter.
Okay.
And because
OJ was around back then. Come on. He's more evil.
He's only good at killing blonde women.
And he's a good fighter. And he runs fast.
But
many worse people around.
Michael J. White, I mean, Al Simmons, you could send that guy all by himself in North Korea and he'll just kill.
So.
Or Algeria, he'll kill 25 people, but he'll kill your guy too.
Wow.
Yep.
So
there is a party, you're right. And like there is, and Wanda's there talking about shit. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's the Wynn. Wynn is at this big party.
Yep. And Fitz
we do our
is
Batman
there.
scene.
Yeah, so you want to describe what that means?
That means that Spawn breaks through the window with the skylight, just like Batman.
Mm-hmm. And he has a giant digital cape on him.
Cape, yes.
Which
not the best.
No,
it's okay, but it's digital.
For back then, they didn't have. Apparently, that was pretty groundbreaking at the time because, like, one of the things CGI couldn't do good was cloth. Yep. And also, like, Spawn's defining feature in the comics is he has this huge, giant red cape. He only has it like 2 scenes.
He doesn't seem to know what his powers are because he gets shot and he's like, "Oh, I've healed." And he shoots people with his guns rather than, I guess, whatever powers he has.
Which is that's actually an interesting. So at this party,
Sheen live? Oh, because Jessica Priest is there.
Yeah, he's about to kill Sheen in front of everybody. He's got him, hold him by his face, and Jessica Priest shoots Spawn a bunch of times. He has these green bullet holes in him. He heals. This is the best part in the entire movie. She goes to kick him in the balls, and his
yeah, that was weird.
It was so weird, Tim. His fucking belt buckle comes out. It's like a metal skull and bites her leg. And she was like, ah, and then he just shoots her and kills her.
Yep. He's not like a superhero. He's just
it's also, we should mention,
creature.
he has guns. And this was one of the things I wanted to ask our guest. Like, I always think of Spawn shooting green energy, but does he use guns a lot too?
I think he didn't know he had powers yet.
Maybe, yeah, that's actually a good point.
Yeah, he gets taught later. The man, what's his name? Cogliostro? Cogliostro?
Yeah.
He's the one that later says, you got armor, concentrate, you can make chains, you can make knives.
I just want to mention this part because it's important. Jessica falls from a second floor onto a table below.
On a cake, right?
And then the clown onto a cape?
Cake?
Oh, is there a cake? Maybe.
I hope so.
I remember the clown brings out a check to her because he's just there being a shithead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time. It's a joke for everything.
Yeah.
He didn't lick the cake and go, custard.
Then all these thugs come out with machine guns and shoot Spawn. He falls out a window, but his CGI chains stop his fall. Then his hands grow into Nightcrawler's hands from the X-Men.
Yeah,
it looks
like
so shit, but it's specifically Nightcrawler because they are big two fingers. And he crawls away. I'm like, come on.
Then he disappears. Then he reappears. I think they're trying to say he doesn't know what his powers are.
Yeah, I wrote down he falls off building and has crazy long cape.
Yeah. Yes. Then he flies away with the cape. So I guess he can fly.
Also, there's a crazy wipe. Like, you know how like Star Wars has like those weird wipes from scene to scene? They do a burning cape wipe about this point. I'm like, you're not allowed to do that in this movie. You should not be allowed to do what you just did.
And then a big four comes forward and goes, whoop.
A big what?
Four. A big four. Just like Fantastic Four.
Oh, did they do that in Fantastic Four? I don't remember.
Yeah, once. Remember, like they did that once.
You're right. It did happen once. You're right. Listen to previous Seddy Bimco episode, Fantastic Four. I'm going to mention it many times, so you have to.
But there is a scene where he sees his wife speak because that's why he ends up with the dog Spaz. Because they see him or Terry knows that Wendy, that's not her. What's her name? Wanda. Yeah. She's in trouble. They're coming after them.
Well, because Terry saw this attack, he's like, they're coming to get us. Because Terry works for Wynn. We should have mentioned that, I guess. So he grabs the family. And
they leave the dog behind.
They leave Spaz because it runs to Spawn.
I hate that because I'm like, I don't want to see the dog come along with a superhero.
It's pretty fucking funny because it's let's just say this dog is very small. This is not like a German Shepherd. It's like a little speck of a dog. And they're getting into the car, and Cyan's like, we can't leave Spaz. And Terry's like, he knows his way home from this random place better than we do, and looks at Wanda, and she's like, I need a divorce. So they leave the dog there.
Wow, irresponsible.
Yeah, and then there's a scene.
Dog goes his way home,
but the dog, because it's so loyal to Spawn, goes to live with Spawn in the alleyway. Where in the alleyway, Spawn shows back up there, and the kid, what is the kid's name? Zach. His hobo dad is eating garbage, and Zach's like, I can't eat that. And the dad slaps him. He's like, when I was in the morgue, I made you look at Michael Jackson's face.
Yes.
And then Al's about to kill him. He's like, you can't kill me. He's my dad, showing that, like, Al, I don't know. And then somehow...
He was the guy at the morgue who just left his sandwich on the guy's head while he's working, right?
Can I tell you a true story, Tim?
Oh, no.
All right. When I was in college, I took a advanced anatomy class to like learn how to draw.
That's right. You can go do that. I didn't go.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we would, so for those of you listening at home, right, we would meet up at Columbia University. We did not go to Columbia, but like they had the stuff. And the teacher would give lectures.
You mean dead bodies?
Yep.
Okay.
The teacher would give a lecture. We'd have a model who would be posing next to it while the teacher actually had a cadaver. That he was kind of like, so you'd be like, so you can see the deltoid actually tucks under this muscle and stuff. It was very, very, very informative. If I may toot my own horn, I think I'm a pretty good person at drawing anatomy, and I owe a lot of it to this class. But I will also say something that's really upsetting about cadavers that used in this capacity is they looked like they were made of roast beef. Oof. They were completely skinless and like just like kind of partially dried out. And it looked just like roast beef. I remember one time we were up there, and like on lunch break, one of my friends got a roast beef sandwich, and we were like, we should bring this back in and put it on the table next to it, and just walk by and eat a piece of it in front of the teacher. We didn't. No, because I mean, I feel like I feel like that's cannibalism by proxy. I think if you eat meat off of a table that's got a corpse on it, you're automatically a cannibal.
I thought you were going to say they accidentally left it there by the body, and then the teacher ate the guy's hand. Is like, whoops, I can't tell the difference.
I just always eat the cadaver at this point. Who put roast beef here? I was expecting the sweet tang of human meat. Okay, so here's the plot, right? So somehow Clown has convinced Will. The reason the whole North Korea job happened is Win was making there was a virus that's going to kill off humanity. You said that. He wants this virus because he's trying to force all the nations of the world to join his consortium instead of the United Nations. Yeah.
This happened. COVID.
This happened.
Come on.
You're right.
No accident.
And the virus is attached to a bomb that is tied to
Martin Sheen's heart.
To his heart somehow. So
if Martin Sheen had a heart attack.
So if Martin Sheen dies, this bomb will go off. And it's meant to be an
that's not a good plan.
It's meant to keep him alive because he's like, nobody would dare kill you.
Yeah, but what if he just died?
Yeah, I mean, what if? And also, like, Clown's whole point is he wants... Basically, because he knows Al's thing is Al's going to kill Win. So he was like, this will be great because Al comes back from the dead. He kills Win. Then Al is responsible for the death of most of humanity. And that makes him an even better leader of the troops of hell. It's silly.
Yeah. Because all the troops in hell look like Spawn, by the way. There's little tiny spawns.
Yeah, that's funny. Very funny, that scene.
I don't know where we are.
Yeah, if we're in the alley, Clown's telling the shit. Al's like, so was you who got willing to kill me, you filthy little piece of vermin. And then he has the best threat. I'm going to cut you into 50 pieces and mail you to 50 states.
Yes. Just like Seddy Bimco. We toured the 50 Nifty United States.
We sure did. Go listen to it.
Movie in each one.
Spawn shoots Clown, and then he becomes, for the first time, the Violator. Yep.
It's a big creature. It's pretty good design in the comic.
Big, skinny. I don't like it. He's a big, skinny demon. He's gray. He's got a big horn on his back that arches over his head. He's got bug eyes, big teeth.
Scorpion. Oh, maybe that makes sense now somehow.
Maybe. I don't
know.
You know, Tim, I like what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I don't feel like I can give it that credit.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
By the way, one of the annoying jokes did you get that Violator makes about Martin Sheen having a bomb in his heart because he's going to make it he's going to make it Apocalypse Now if he dies. I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, I did. That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Good for them. Did you catch there in this scene where so Violator's popping in and out of the alley, now he's a monster and Spawn keeps shooting at him and Spawn almost shoots Todd McFarlane as one of the hobos?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yeah, I was like, hey, it's Todd. And he's almost shooting. It's
Wow.
that'd been weird if he got shot by his own creation.
Did not notice that.
Yeah, and then eventually it ends with Spawn impaled on a fence, and and
the Violator's just like, if you want to be with Wanda, you got to do what I say. That's basically the plot.
And he teleports away.
Which I don't know if that means he gets to be human again to be with Wanda, because she doesn't want to be with him while being barbecue, as they call him.
No, it's 5 years have passed.
He's like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
He is like Freddy Krueger. He just needs some claws.
Also, let's just be honest, too. He's also a mass murdering piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's I think she's moved up in the world. She has a kid with this new guy. Yeah. Anyway.
Leave her alone.
Leave her alone. Go do something different now. Yeah, we don't even have any reason to know why you love her so much, because all we've seen of your relationship is her in a car separate from you saying, bring him back in time for dinner, which is no way he's going to fucking Algeria or North Korea and back in time for dinner.
He's a monster. He never comes home in time for dinner, I think.
No, he's such a shit. So Cagliostro gets him off the fence. He goes, you're a Spawn now, but that doesn't mean you have to do what they say. Trains him to use the chains and shit, like Tim was mentioning.
Yep. And claw.
I wrote a note. I got a text, so I missed part of the movie. Then there's a motorcycle chase for some reason.
One of the only little parts was like, okay.
Yeah.
His motorcycle grew armor, and the clown's driving the truck.
Or he's on the back of his truck. It's a chemical truck. I guess it's the virus, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, he's just fighting with Spawn. He just fights with Spawn a lot, even though he's like, well, I want you to join me, but they just keep fighting.
Also, you never get the feeling that Spawn is actually even anything more than just something he's toying with. Violator seems much, much, much more powerful than Spawn. Though Spawn...
A time limit for when hell is going to happen? I don't know. And hell's going to invade? Because he does toy with them the whole movie.
Yeah, and
help us or else.
He blows up the truck after Spawn becomes like a battering ram, and the clown flies out. Pretty hilarious bit, and he goes, "I'll see you at Wanda's." Ha ha ha! And meanwhile, Fitz, his friend,
I hate that guy.
Yeah, Fitz reveals Wynn's evil's plan to a reporter. And
they go to her house. Basically, are we going there now? Everybody ends up at Wanda's house.
Yeah. And then Wynn shows up at the house and he shoots the computer, but he's already revealed it. And then Wynn and the clown are there and they're holding the family hostage. Clown says, I don't know.
He says funny stuff, George. Come on.
He calls him
not annoying at all.
He says something about a midget, which I think that's a bad word now.
Oof, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Called himself one.
He hugs Wynn to him, listens to his heartbeat, and says, "You don't know how much your heart means to me," which is like so obvious. Unless you are suffering from major brain damage at this point, Wynn, you got to be like, is this evil demonic clown I've been making plans with? Is he making me do something stupid?
Is he sane? Is he a person to trust?
He keeps farting black clouds.
Have you seen his underpants?
I mean, if you haven't, you will shortly. He'll rip them out again. So Al arrives. This flame shoots out of the fireplace, and Wanda's been tied to this weird iron rack, and Wynn holds a knife to her throat. And he's like, "Will you lead Hell's army?" And Spawn's like, "No." So Wynn stabs her, and Spawn is like, he's so slow here. He's only like 12 feet away, but he walks like, "No." And Spawn's going to go kill him because he's killed his wife. And Wynn's like, "You can't kill me. The whole world will die." And Spawn's about to do it anyway with like his hand turns into like all the knives.
He just pulls it out with his eyes. I'm like, that was easy. Is that what happens?
Yeah. This thing, he just kind of uses his green energy to teleport the heartbeat thing away. And so it's like, okay, well, that's that. And then he doesn't kill Wynn anyway, because I guess he's learned a lesson. Oh, and then it turns out dead Wanda, she comes back and she's like a ninja and obnoxious. Oh, because she was Violator the whole time.
Yep.
Sheen has the other best line in the movie at this point. Did you get this line, Tim? He yells to the Wanda/Violator, "You set me up, you malignant sow."
Oh, yes.
What?
I was losing it at this point. I was like, what's going on with this movie?
Man, this movie. Again, if you were a Spawn fan, please write into us and tell us, are these direct lines from the comic? Did it look cooler when it was drawn in Todd McFarlane's trademark style? Did it make sense?
So then they go in the fireplace because Apocalypse...
Because hell's in the fireplace.
Spawn goes to hell. Of course, it's in the fireplace.
Yeah.
That's where hell always is.
You want to describe You want to describe hell?
Well, we've talked about it. Sadly, it's like almost video game graphics.
I want to say, and like the devil is this creature called Malabolgia. He is like a big old Muppet. He looks like shit. He looks so silly.
Look better. Because that wasn't real. That was a computer.
Yeah. That's the thing. You're right. Like the Violator, we didn't mention this. The Violator mostly is... He's CGI sometimes, but there's also there's also rubber parts of him, like where he's...
Yes.
I read that. I can't explain to you how... I actually called him Muppet Bulgia throughout. The Malabolgia looks... And I looked at the original designs. He's kind of a silly design.
Yeah.
That's not what I pictured the devil looking like.
He looked... Yeah.
It's bad digital puppetry. There's tons of little spawns just being silly. What do you think
the devil looks like? Come on. Who's down there then?
Wait, what do I think the devil looks like? Well, Tim, we all know the devil's a fallen angel. I think he's probably pretty hot.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a Muppet.
Didn't angels have like 5 wings and horns and like they look crazy what angels are described as?
You know, it's almost like it's a bunch of made up shit.
Yeah. What? Come on.
Yeah, you heard me. I don't know. There's a big fight. Cogliostro's there too. It's all CGI. It's very hard to tell what's going on.
Because he wears armor now from the.
Yeah, because I guess he's a Spawn. I don't know.
Armor days.
Yeah.
That's what I call him.
A bunch of green beams shoot out of Spawn's eyes and kill everybody. And he and Cogliostro fly back. And this is hilarious because Malabolgia yells, "You will never escape me." And they just totally escape him.
Yes.
And then they're all back. And they're all just sitting there in Wanda's house. And they're Cogliostro and Spawn are sitting at one end of the this room, and the family of Fitz and Wanda and Cyan are at the other. And
Cogliostro, he pulls his underwear out of his pants. Says, "Look what happened. That shit was scary."
And Spawn's like, they belong together. There's no place for me. Oh, the Violator comes back. He fights Spawn, blah, blah, blah. And,
that's right. Spawn kills him, chops off his head.
Makes all these knives grow through his head, and then he cuts off Violator's head. And he says, give your regards to your boss. Tell him he's next.
Oh, he melts like the witch. So
slowly.
Wicked Witch of the West.
They really draw it out so long because they're like, this is all great stuff like Wazamo's giving us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes later, he finally melts. The news reporters show up, and Fitz is like, yes, Wynn's an evil mastermind who's going to destroy the whole world.
The end.
Important.
What did happen at the end?
Cyan is wearing Al's locket, so eventually they're going to be like, why are you carrying a picture of me and Mommy's ex-husband who is dead and a murderer? And then we see back in the alley a voiceover says, Spawn has stopped Malabulge's plan to dominate Earth. The choice has been made. For now.
And then the family's like, where's Spaz?
Then, I wrote a note that Spaz gets killed by the Violator, and I think there's a scene where you think that happens, but I don't think they actually killed Spaz, did they?
No, they didn't show it.
Tim, what did you think? What did you think of this movie?
Sadly, I thought it was one of the worst ones we've seen in a while since Bigfoot. Yeah. 2012 or whatever, Bigfoot's Wild Weekend.
I want to say
Bigfoot's Wild Weekend at least had.
It's a weird type of bad too. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like it's like we definitely see movies on the reg which are much worse than this in many ways, but there was something pretty. It's hard for me to put my finger on why this was so bad.
Well, sadly, cinematography. It just looked like it was made for TV. There was no.
Yeah, it looked bad. There was a bit like Martin Sheen. I voiced my doubts earlier if he's a good actor. Some of the lines they saddle him with, like he just reads it so poorly. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, there's no saving this stuff.
Do you think it was some contract thing that happened with him?
Oh no, I actually read he.
You're going to tell me.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They approached him. And he's like, I'm not doing this movie. But his grandson's like, Spawn's the best comic book in the world. He's like, okay, I'll do it.
Just like in Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, that's the only way any
Skeletor
actor
did it for his grandchild, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's you got actors, distinguished actors of the world, people who have like Academy Awards and stuff. Don't listen to your grandkids. They're stupid. You raise them in inherited wealth. They're weak and dumb. They don't know shit about the world.
Like, hey, I have a new thing to end this episode with from 1997. I looked up some reviews, some famous people, what they thought of this movie.
Oh, wow.
John Travolta, you know what he wrote?
He wrote, please give me work. I'm so hungry, because it was 97 before his career resuscitated.
Yeah, he said, I laughed my face off watching this in 1997.
Did that come out in 97?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So his career had resuscitated.
Tommy Lee Jones, he wrote, I really like men who dress in black. Like that Spawn fellow. Men in Black. Yeah. That came out then too. All right, In Sync, the band, they wrote a review. They said, bye, 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 tickets to this movie. Okay.
This is good stuff, Tim.
That segment will never happen again.
I actually kind of like it. I hope you do. It's fun, especially this won't be fun if it's a movie that falls in your normal wheelhouse, but like a movie of the comparatively recent era of 97, seeing you struggle with it was great.
Now we have the part of the show where Tim and George talk about how this movie is like Star Wars and Labyrinth.
Well, how's this like Star Wars?
How is it like Star Wars,
Tim?
Done. Yeah.
Oh, well, due to the horrible stains the Violator had on his underpants, I can only assume the Violator had a very defective thermal exhaust port, just like the Death Star.
Man, the one thing you know about that movie, the thermal exhaust port. You know what's funny? This movie, at several points, characters yell, no, in a way that reminds me of
Darth Vader?
Darth Vader and whatever that...
Oh,
yeah.
No. So sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Darth Vader does that one in the prequels. I forgot the third one. Revenge of the Sith? Is that what it's called?
You mean the original? No. Return of the Jedi?
No. And so I like to counter Tim
resourceful.
Tim's vague knowledge of Star Wars, which is just 5 things he knows about it. Tim, it's always exhaust port with you. I like to say how this is like 1986's Labyrinth. Labyrinth had the Bog of Eternal Stench, which had little farting anuses in the wood in the mud, and John Leguizamo was essentially a living Bog of Eternal Stench in this movie.
True.
Yeah.
And I think he based his performance on that character, Hoggle.
Yeah, they look similar.
Because Hoggle walked on his knees also to play that character.
That's insane that he did that. Like, I feel bad about picking on Leguizamo for this movie.
Yeah, because he gave it his all, even if it was annoying.
But it was obnoxious.
Yeah.
And like the character's meant to be obnoxious.
Yeah.
This character's obnoxious. Okay.
Wherever you are, wherever you're hiding, I'll find you.
Revenge.
So, Tim, I did mention this up front. I want to do this before you get into as regular listeners know, we've kind of moved away from being we're no longer the most prominent revenge-based podcast because I don't understand the new thing and I can't wrap my brain around it. So
It's just brief.
I don't have one this time, but I do have. Tim, I made a list of the differences.
Ben's in it. Uncle Ben.
Okay,
it's your go-to.
All right, that's true. I made a list though of differences between the movie that you and I watched and the director's cut version.
So you're getting revenge on it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a revenge story. So this is the version Michael J. White mentioned that he saw there's a better version of it out there. Okay. And also worth mentioning, the version Tim and I saw is PG-13. The director's cut is a big ol' R.
Yeah.
So number one, difference between these two versions. In the R-rated version, there's boobs everywhere.
Wow. In hell even?
Yep. Number two, clown is not wearing pants throughout.
Nice.
Number three.
So how's that joke work with the underwear?
That's why he doesn't have it.
Okay.
He takes off then, and just from then on, it's just see dangling bits.
Gotcha.
Number three, we also see clown's boobs. Number four, Tim, you wish I had said this earlier so you would have known. Martin Sheen has been replaced by his son, Charlie.
Nice.
Yep. Number five, when Jessica Priest is shot, instead of falling onto the table below her, she falls onto a passing truck that's filled with mouse traps, which then crashes into a TNT factory.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then gets run over by a trolley car. Come on.
Yep, then gets run by a trolley car. And number six, also her boobs fall out. And number seven, instead of Malabolgia, we see the new head female devil, Female Abolgia.
Nice.
Number eight, we see her boobs. Yep. And number nine, there is a scene that's been reinserted where Al has a dream about a unicorn. Did you get that reference? And number 10, we see the unicorn's boobs.
Okay. Don't get the reference.
That's a reference to Blade Runner director's cut.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was a reference to a TriStar Pictures logo.
Could have been. But that's actually a Pegasus, not a unicorn, though. Wrong mythical horse, dummy.
Does he have a horn on his head, though?
He does not.
Nope.
Nope. Now you're embarrassed.
It's reference to Columbia Pictures when the unicorn roars at the beginning in the logo. That wasn't Columbia. Who was that?
Columbia's got the lady who holds the torch up, right?
Holds the torch up. Yes.
MGM, I think, is the lion roaring.
Well, I ruined it.
Yep. Terrible work all around. We're a bad podcast. All right, let's hear your revenge sequel,
The new
Tim.
thing is just a brief, like, would this be a revenge sequel or would this not even need one? But I think there should be a revenge sequel with that kid, Zach, because he talked about he doesn't, ugly faces don't bother him. He's seen so many horrible faces in his father's morgue.
Yeah.
So when he gets older, he's going to say, hey, why did my dad always call me into his workshop to show me all these horrible faces? And it was the 1990s, so here's the horrible injuries he saw. That's why they're so horrible.
All right.
There's people who used the pet rock themed hacky sacks.
Okay.
People who fell asleep.
That kills them?
Come on, that would hurt.
It would hurt.
This is
the
their
killing.
faces, though. Mm-hmm. People who fell asleep watching the X-Files and fell over into their deep dish scalding hot cheese Pizza Hut pizza.
Are those more 97 references? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
People who answered the mysterious classified ad looking for people who want to be slapped by the French Prince of Bel-Air. He's practicing for the Oscars years later. People who use the ill-advised Hot Pocket slingshot feeder. Okay. People who got on the wrong side of O.J. Simpson. Saw those horrible faces. People who thought they were buying the popular slip and slide game. And that's not a game. The popular slip and slide. Mm-hmm. And they actually bought the less popular jump on this wet sandpaper.
That also kills them.
Yes.
I will say, Tim, most of these seem like they would cause some painful injuries, but don't seem fatal.
Well, they died.
The world of Spawn is filled with fragile folks. Yeah.
So that kid grew up with a lot of questions, and he started a podcast called, it's all about his memories. It's called, What's in the Box? What's in the Box? Come on, what's in the fucking box?
I get it. Is that also
how can
this
I
year?
say? How should I say it? Yes, it came out before that.
Okay.
I went to see that in the theater with a guy from Germany, and halfway through, he's like, I do not understand. What are these sins? I do not know. And I mean, he didn't speak great English. Like halfway through the film, he had asked me.
Is he the same guy that famous that he brought donuts to a camping trip and nothing else? No, different German guy?
It's different German guy.
Is he the German guy that invaded many countries during World War II?
No. So there you go.
All right.
Oh, we talked long.
We did. Well, some of that we're going to have to cut out because we said inappropriate things.
We're having 2-week break next. And you know what? When the fall comes, we're going to do something, but we're not at fall yet. The hazy, lazy days of summer, and it's my turn to pick a movie.
Oh, it's going to be Tim.
Because we're done with superheroes. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to pick a weird one from 1971. It's in color. There's no bikers, George.
Thank goodness.
It's on Tubi, people.
All right.
It's a movie called Sometimes Aunt Martha Does Dreadful Things.
I like the title.
It's a bit of a cult classic.
I've never heard of it. Can you tell me anything about it? Or is that giving... Oh, I saw the poster.
I want to talk about it. It doesn't...
Right.
Yeah. It's about a man who... They don't have terms back then. He dresses a woman, but he's a murderer. So...
Okay.
Is he a murderer? I've seen a little bit about it.
The poster shows what appears to be a woman holding up a bloody knife. So that seems to indicate there's probably murder.
Yeah. We'll get to it. We talked so much this episode. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy your summer. Stay crispy.
Oh.
Go your own way.
Go your own way. Tusk.
Talk to you then. Bye.
All right, bye, everybody.
This has been a Pity Party Line production.
Party line. It's a party line.
Okay. I hope, everyone, I want us to keep this part in because this is the sort of stuff this is the behind-the-scene drama that I think you're probably all craving. Now, I'm just going to mention this because it's upsetting. When Tim got up, I saw that he's just wearing a pair of French culottes. That's not to shame someone for wearing that sort of stuff, especially not someone of Tim's, shall we say, robust physique.